the motherland, Nigeria. What's happening?
Not so super, and they're not going to be flying.
There won't be no Eagles.
Hey, all three of us. They pulled Eritrea out of all the World Cup qualifiers because they were scared that their players, to the destination that they were going to, they will apply for political asylum and they would never come. That's one of the reasons that Nigeria had the opportunity to go into the playoffs, but they still didn't make it. Hey, they actually have to win AFCON at this point. What are you guys gonna do in January? It's because there's AFCON.
Yeah,
Mbemo is going to be gone.
but his goalkeeper is Ronaldo. He ain't gonna be gone long. I think Garnacho might actually go and appreciate this game, you know. Yeah.
For which side? On both the ways.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the For the Bag podcast. I'm your host, Ted Kodawa, and this is my two co-hosts here. We've got Kimathi, the Chelsea fan.
Kill the applause.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, if you were not here last week for the last episode, we are missing a key member of our back line here. He's still serving a 2-game ban. We expect him back next weekend. Sharp and firing. You know, we need him there for the set pieces. Anyway, here at Father Back, we always say that we don't take breaks during international breaks. We use this time to, you know, get in touch with our Western side. Yeah, so this is when we talk about the MLS and the playoffs, all these things related. But before we get to that, we're going to start over with the international games, because these international games are still very important. Very, very, very important. Some teams found out, but they're not going to the World Cup. We're not going to start too far from the motherland, Nigeria. What's happening?
Not so super, and they're not going to be flying.
There won't be no Eagles.
Hey, all three of us. We've combined all three of us. Wait, open your eyes. Are you not giving me a chance? No? Okay. Maybe crickets.
Anyway, where were we? Yes, Super Eagles will not be flying to the States or Canada or Mexico,
For that matter.
because they won't be playing the World Cup. How unfortunate that is. They lost in penalties to DR Congo. I mean, thinking about it, like, Congo has played 10 qualifying matches and then a semi-final and a final to get to the playoffs. Those are 12 games and they still don't know whether they're going to play the World Cup or not. And then we have some people in Europe stating that there should be less slots for African teams in the World Cup. These people shall be named.
Gennaro Gattuso.
Oh my God. What a horrendous take.
What is going on?
What, I mean, he's saying that because he can't get Italy to the World Cup.
Yeah.
This is the second World Cup recently he's missing. How's that our problem?
Really is.
Look, you see, the thing that really oh no, and this is real talk. The thing that really pissed me off was why the first thought that he got was Africa. That's what really upset me, and that he was comfortable enough to say it at a press conference, like, as in, what do you mean? Why are you giving this continent extra slots? And he had to say that, that FIFA has to look at how these qualifications are done. He was basically just calling us third world, with another word we do not use. But I mean, it really sucks, because like even the expansion of this World Cup was for other countries to even get an opportunity, because the best leagues are in Europe. We all know that. Everybody knows that. But also there are other countries. You have to make it a World Cup. And plus, ever since 2006, Italy has been rubbish.
Wait.
Yes, I said it, rubbish. From the 2016 to what we have right now. There's variety still
What
play.
about
No?
Euro 2020 or Euro 2021?
Oh, that time they reached the final. Yeah, that was a good thing.
They won. They won the trophy.
I don't care. No, anything Italy other than pasta, maybe the music, pizza. No, I'm just joking. And the people, it's just Gattuso.
Yeah, clearly Gattuso, you hit a nerve. You know, I mean, those were some incredibly insensitive remarks for someone who you think, you know, like has experience in the media, and you kind of look. There's some things you just don't say, and there's some things you shouldn't even be thinking. I mean, yes, the whole point of expanding the World Cup was so that other countries get the chance to actually go. And it's all about exposure for some of these countries as well, and the players, the exposure they wouldn't get in the leagues that they're playing right now in these third world countries. And why try and strip that away? Even with less teams, the normal way of qualifying, as he would call it, they still weren't qualifying for the World Cup.
Exactly.
So now that we have more slots, why are you complaining?
Yeah. We were not even in your group.
We can.
Bruh. Why do you want more slots for the European side? For why? Why?
Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense to you?
Even if it's from a ranking perspective, we still don't have enough European countries to warrant having
More slots
than others. If it's all about expansion. But yeah, it was really insensitive from Gattuso, and they really have to qualify now, because best believe we'll have a lot to say if they
Oh no, they can't qualify.
No, I believe they can still go into the playoffs. Yeah, I believe so. If I'm not mistaken.
They were supposed to beat Norway 9-0 to have an direct.
Just the direct
to go through.
Yeah.
So they still have
There's still a chance. Just
To go through the playoffs?
Yeah, just like a Super Eagle friends, the same premise. So we'll see what happens.
You know what?
And there'll be a lot of pressure, especially as we mentioned, they've not been to the last two, I believe. So that's when the nerves start to kick in.
What is the star player is right now?
The star player right now. Hey, that's a tough question.
No, it's a bit
Donnarumma. But actually, yeah, because Chiesa for a while was probably performing well for them. Come to think of it, I guess Barre as well. I mean, there's not really a standout. I would say standout like Italian players of right now. Because a couple years back, you'd say it was Jorginho. funny enough, but yeah.
You know that guy has a Ballon d'Or nomination.
Yeah.
He finished the top 3. He has a FIFA best player. So come correct.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Really, mind you, this guy scored. I remember that season he was Chelsea's top scorer with 12 penalties.
That sounds about right.
But he was
for Chelsea, yeah. But it's very interesting. I'm not sure how they've fallen off this much, to be fair, because come to 2-6. Well, obviously, if you take it all the way back to the scandals that they had.
I think this,
but yeah, it's the Serie A has fallen off quite a bit, because growing up, playing in the Serie A was with just Italian defense. You just knew that they were always going to be there.
I was just gonna tie that into it. Like, the league isn't performing well. There's not many good Italian players coming up at the moment, and you can see it's clearly telling over in the national team. But enough about that. We don't put too much emphasis on negatives anyway. We're gonna move on. Yeah, there are some countries that have made it for the first time. Well, and others have made it after a long time. For example, Norway. Norway made it. They beat Italy. Yeah, 4-1. And He made it to the World Cup since the last time there was 1998. You sure it was 98?
98 France.
Norway was there?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer used to played for that team. So it's been a while, guys. It's been a while. And props to Erling Haaland. He carried his country all the way to the World Cup.
Well, I'd say they're the Oscar Bobs of the world, the Martin Odegaards of the world.
I feel like if you have 16 goals in 8 games,
Obviously, there's a lot of the heavy lifting.
it's fair to say that he carried the team.
Yeah.
Fair to say that he's carried the team. Of course, the team because
if you are moving house and somebody has a large enough truck to put in all the furniture, they can drive you there. But you need the other players to help you remove that furniture out of the U-Haul. But obviously, yes, Erling Haaland has contributed greatly. Some would say 90%.
This guy is fishing for me to give Odegaard and
right, man. No. Right.
And I feel like Odegaard, if Odegaard doesn't be healthy, it will be healthy that team, man. Anyway, Haaland doing a madness still this season, and he's locked in heavy. So and his country's bank. This is the fruits of his hard work as well. But also, yes, there are like Nusa, like he's a very, very, very good player as well. And Norway is gonna be one of those, those countries to watch.
Teams,
very
tricky.
You gotta keep an eye out for that because the World Cup is never like
It's never easy.
yeah, it's never easy for any team. Like you get some huge upsets in there, and it's quite interesting to see how I'll be quite invested to see how far Norway goes, and
it's one of those things. It always makes me remember like the Saudi Arabia, Argentina. So yeah, the World Cup always gives you very, very interesting.
That's the one makes that guy famous. Where is Messi?
Yeah.
Where is Messi?
He's gonna be there. He's gonna be there.
Of course.
He's gonna be there.
I can't wait for the draw.
Yeah?
I can't wait for the draw, and then we find out what teams are going to be playing here in Vancouver at BC Place. It's going to be interesting to see what teams do end up here. We've also got Portugal, which confirmed their place in the World Cup after a 9-1 win against Armenia.
Yeah, that to me isn't really the game I would focus on. I think, after 40 minutes, it was pretty much done. So five goals in the first half. Wouldn't really speak on the penalties, but some midfielder decided to start pad. I don't know where they were in the previous game against the Ireland.
They didn't play.
They didn't play.
That's why they lost.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's why they lost.
Oh, yes.
Okay, not that it was actually a competent team that they were playing against.
Well, you can add that onto it, but the main reason they lost is because they were missing a key figure in their team.
Isn't that so? Is that so?
Yes, very much so. Okay. Clearly, you can see with him in the team, they're winning 9 goals. 3 goals and an assist. I'd say you contributed to 4 goals out of the 9 you done well.
Yeah, of course. Fair. That's saying that with a straight face. That's pretty impressive.
But we have to talk about that free kick. Oh my God. The one 9-1. What's his name again?
John
Neves.
The kid there. Yeah, God. That's a what a midfielder. What
a goal.
What goals?
Oh yeah, goals.
Goals. But Bruno Fernandes did play a good game. So props to Portugal. We like to see. It's interesting now because that's another game that they've supposedly played better without Mr. Cristiano Ronaldo himself. It's interesting with to me. We can also go we'll touch base on the Republic of Ireland, but that to me kind of gives the Portugal manager another basically things to think about with respect to the World Cup and actually picking, because if you do pick him, which I believe you should, now the question is, will you actually start him in most of the games?
He will be going to the
and
yes. He will be going. He will. That plane is not leaving Portugal without Cristiano Ronaldo. Even if it's late, the whole team will be late. There's no way. They know that guy is asking my flight.
But it's very interesting. So, well, we can obviously say this was probably his and Messi's last World Cup.
Definitely.
And we want to see him there. It's just more so what role is he going to play? And hopefully, yeah, Fernandes can take up a bigger role, possibly have a good tournament. That would at least cement a little bit more in the best midfielders of this day and age. I think, he has his performances. They're not as consistent at times, especially in the big games. That's a lot what haters may add. But looking at it objectively, from Portuguese standpoint, I don't think he showed up in a lot of their big games.
That's
what yeah.
I feel like, okay, fair. You could say fair enough. I feel like fair.
Mhm.
But they did show up when they won the Nations League.
See, now that's when you're starting to fish for
It was a big game, no?
That's true, but I mean, it's not yet. See,
I hear what you're saying, because when it matches for Portugal, the team capitulates and
you're looking at your key players as to why.
And 100%, you need to look at the key players. And yes, Bruno Fernandes is one of those key players in there. I think the ideal, sometimes I always say that while Cristiano is playing, they'll kind of some of the players. One of my assumptions is that they put a lot of responsibility onto him, so like they don't take up a lot of pressure. They don't take up responsibility when he's on the pitch, but rather when he's not on the pitch, a lot of people, okay, Ronaldo's not playing. We're looking at all of you now, yeah. What can you guys do? And I feel like a lot of them lift up their socks and play in a different, with more urgency.
What you have just said, isn't that a problem to have? If the biggest star on your team, who's also the captain, you are saying that when he's on the pitch, the other people rely on him, so that your other 10 players can relax. Then you said, but when he's not there, all of them now feel like they have to step up, and they step up their game. Isn't that a big problem to have for a team?
Oh yeah,
That your star man, if your star man is playing, or you are aware that the rest of your players are not going to get to that standard.
I said the same thing about when Ronaldo came in with the seal for when we had Ole Gunnar managing United.
Oh, United, yeah.
And we brought in Ronaldo. I remember that year because we finished second the year before. I mean, it was a distant second, don't get me wrong. But that year United were thinking, we had a really good goal scoring frontier at the time. And you're thinking, get a CDM, lock in the midfield, go on. And then we went on to sign Ronaldo, because obviously you can't let him go to Manchester City. I see why we couldn't do that. But genuinely, I love the nostalgic feeling of having Ronaldo back. But the team capitulated. Like, everyone, the way Bruno started playing was the way he played the year before. Not the same way now, because now everything is just spamming balls to Ronaldo. Same thing for Greenwood. Same thing for Rashford.
Yeah.
Because they're like, this is Ronaldo, this is Cristiano, man. Everyone's just thinking, give the ball to Ronaldo. Give the ball to Ronaldo. Man. I think it messes up big time. And I saw Ole Gunnar speaking on the podcast with the show with Gary Neville, Stick to Football.
Oh yeah, and Jim Gallagher.
Yes, and he said in hindsight it was probably a mistake to have Ronaldo and to get him into the team. He should have probably gone a different direction, but hindsight is always way. It's always Tony. And then this, and again, which goes back to your point, is like, what do Portugal do?
Yeah, like I was really thinking about it, and I think I was either telling you or Cairo. I was thinking about a way where Ronaldo can still attend the World Cup, but just not as a player. I was telling him. Now, see, there was a scenario back in the day, 2010. Okay, it was going to be Beckham's last World Cup. Now, Capello was manager back then, Fabio Capello. Hope you're well, wherever you are. Italian manager. So Capello had made his team and everything, but just to the World Cup, Beckham got injured, so he couldn't be on the squad. So what did Capello do? Because Beckham is such a presence in that team, in that dressing room, even the lead up to them qualifying, he just put him on his coaching staff. Beckham is part of my coaching staff.
And Beckham was on the touchline every single game for England in 2010. So,
But see, the key point there is that he physically wasn't able to play.
that's not the second point that I was going to get to, because what Martinez has to manage is, because like whenever it's what's it called, any of these international competitions, you're also thinking about your country, the support from back home. So can you imagine you being a Portuguese and you're looking at your team, and then you see that your captain, your star man, the man who led you to your 3 international trophies that you've gotten, that you have said he's not coming because he's not playing good enough. So even that brings other energy into the team. So how he manages that, because also we have to think about the players themselves around. What is Ronaldo's presence being there? Does it uplift them, or does it, neutralize their energy?
It's gonna be interesting.
It all depends on. I think it depends on Ronaldo himself. That's for him to realize maybe he may not have the role he usually does. Because the one thing you can be decisive and actually not necessarily help Portugal for this tournament, but actually help them for the future. Because not taking Ronaldo will actually help you see what the next generation can actually do. Because a lot of players will really step up.
Yeah.
Or at least, well, you'll know. They say they step up or they won't. And I mean, you can become the scapegoat, but also you can become like basically heralded as a great, this is a great decision. It all depends on the results. It's a results-based game. So it just depends on Ronaldo. I think from the Euros, I believe it was Euro 2016. Yes, Euro 2016, when he got injured and like he knew he couldn't play, so then he kind of put in all his energy, all his momentum, all his experience into being essentially the assistant manager.
So that's
helping around. So like, yeah, that Ronaldo, then possibly as if uplift everyone else. But if it's the Ronaldo that just got the red card, or
the Piers Morgan.
The Piers Morgan Ronaldo, then probably that you never know. It can go either way, because it's also their personal, their egos. You know how these things. Most of it really, with teams, stacked teams such as your Frances of the world, Portugal per se, your Brazils. It's really about player management. That's why I think Brazil will probably do. I think they'll do better. Well, it wouldn't be that hard, but I think they'll do better this time just because of the manager they have.
Yeah,
it's pretty much player management and getting people in the right hand space to go through the tournament. So we shall see.
Actually, interesting. Always remember the context of how Ronaldo got onto that bench in 2016. He got injured.
Yeah, that's the
only reason.
That's the key. Yeah.
The only reason that he went there and started talking. I don't think he would have ever. But I think back then he was still fiery.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's not part of the question.
As best believe if he can play, he's going in.
He's going in, and I think you telling him not to play is gonna create more drama. It's gonna be more of a hindrance than a help to you. So like, for one of those, you as a manager, you gotta mind your tongue and your tactics. Kind of be smart with it, just be smart with it.
And your people and your job, because even the Portuguese FA, if they find out that Martinez is not, Martinez has decided Ronaldo is not coming back, they'll be like, sit down here. Yeah,
they call it a Spain.
I generally don't think because it has to go. The team has to go through the FA so you can be released. If they don't see Ronaldo, they're not.
Yeah, they're not. There's no mistakes.
If we call, excuse me, Mr. Martinez, is there a typo here? Did anyone miss a certain name? No, you're sure this is the list, The way it has come, huh?
Probably send it in multiple formats. No, okay, the facts and the facts has come in.
You look no, that was this. This is really, really quick. You know how we've said that? We just found out today that Eritrea pulled out from the qualifiers because they were scared.
We did find that out today. But
okay. No, they pulled Eritrea out of all the World Cup qualifiers because they were scared that their players, to the destination that they were going to, they will apply for a political asylum and they would never come. So basically, the country told them, "Oh, that's no."
Sit now. That's one of the reasons that Nigeria had the opportunity to go into the playoffs. But they still didn't make it. Hey, they actually have to win AFCON at this point. Because
I don't think they're the best team in that.
no.
Senegal.
But I mean, it's not about that. It's that usually it's Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. Well, these days maybe not so much, but they're still in the running. Cameroon, the usual. Just there is that top four.
Morocco.
Egypt,
Morocco.
Algeria also is also good. But Senegal, I think, have the edge.
Yeah.
Good teams. Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Italy make it. My money is on Senegal to finish further.
Oh yeah,
And the tournament than Italy. But
Fair enough. I mean, I'm excited to see.
bro.
But if
You know what? It's me. I watched Italy versus Senegal.
yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
I've got a question because the playoffs are not done. Yeah.
Yeah, they are
So-
contingent on your area. So UEFA teams play UEFA, Europe.
So who's there? She's still left to play.
DRC will
That's
play-
the draw that's happening on Thursday. Oh yeah. There's a draw that's happening November 20th. So that's the playoffs. So it can go either way. Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
that
can play too.
It was just the before part.
I personally hope DRC draw Italy and then. Man, we see how many.
I want that one.
We see how many spots you're gonna be getting.
I
you
want
know?
that.
That would be a nice one. I would like that. That was quite interesting. Well, the international break isn't always a pretty sight, but it's good to see some teams are doing well, and a team like England that went perfect. They won all their games without conceding a single goal. This seems to be happening a lot with England, but they never end up winning the trophy. I think my colleagues here had, and I included, we did have a feeling of judgment there when we see the kind of teams that England face here in the qualifiers. Some, and so we never get the idea where it's once this thing starts saying it's coming home.
It's you know what?
And even it's not possible. Come on,
It's possible. It's possible.
Oh yeah, everything.
Playing right
Oh, yeah,
back.
yeah.
Everything is possible. but
Yeah, well, definitely not with.
Dan
I
Burn
think
playing right back.
he was trying
Bro,
different
you're gonna find some winger from Kazakhstan or
Uzbekistan.
wherever it is, man. Some tricky winger no one knows about, killing your wing back.
Yeah, I think that he was just trying to see how far he can take this clean sheet record. It's like let me change up the.
I think he even tried to concede.
Because at this stage you're trying to prove a point to your players. So it's like, well, they can say something back because they've not conceded a goal. So now you make them concede and say, this is what I'm talking about. You have the film ready. This is what happened. This is what happened. This is what you should do. No, it's a very interesting thing because usually for us here when we used to play, you'd rather lose a game that you can basically get it back rather than you go basically through the group stages. They don't concede a goal and then round of 16.
That's the first time they're meeting players. They're like, hey.
But only time will tell with England, as always. Let's see how well they fare this time around in this tournament.
And have they learned?
No, they haven't. They haven't.
We're
The only part they have learned is that England cannot be successful without a foreign manager. That is the only thing that I'm happy that they learned.
Because to be fair, they are very likable players.
what equates success for England? To win. Win what?
Trophy. The World Cup.
In a while.
At 60.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
66.
Yeah, 96. That's what I'm saying. The best decision England did was to get a foreign manager. Because how all national teams, they want the manager to be also from the same country, blah, 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 blah.
Not necessarily, but I mean,
other than Africa.
So yeah, isn't more so just the pool of English managers that are
I think we can really equate success to that because
Technically, Gareth Southgate is the most basically like
yeah,
is the best England manager.
like you've been saying that.
As per winning,
I mean,
winning percentage, yeah, like in tournament football.
how many major trophies has England won? So I mean, if it's only happened once, we can't necessarily say that that's the formula for success, can?
Okay, quick question. How many Premier League managers are English? Or who have won those?
No,
I'm just asking for curiosity.
Probably like Eddie Howe. I think probably Thomas Frank, maybe English. I'd say maybe 4. Should be maybe a 4 or 5. Because what I was asking was, is it the pool of English managers that's the issue? That was my question.
Well,
With respect to, because we know England play. We know why.
No, it's not that. It's the Premier League is, we all know that's the best league in the world. Okay, that's where England pulls all their players from. But the best players who play for England are always managed by foreign coaches, because you can't tell me as an English team that there is English football. You can say there's Spanish football. We know Italian football. We know German football.
We do know English football,
Which is,
bro. For 2 set piece. I mean, we do know English football.
physicality,
Yeah.
cold night at Stoke, kind
Yeah.
of long ball,
Physicality.
long ball.
There's a bit more technical players these days, but yeah, physicality, runny, rugged, probably a tall striker with a shorter one to flick on, crosses into the box. No, none of this cutting in. Wingers are staying on the wing. If you're on the right, you're running down the line, you're whipping that ball in, and somebody's heading it in.
And then you all fall back.
And they all fall back.
In that same ship.
Yeah.
1966.
They won the World Cup. I mean, so you're the one saying the formula, the winning formula.
No, may I just ask, what is English football?
Yeah, just because it's not like, it's not renowned.
On that note, since we are here talking about English football, we will speak about the Premier League upcoming fixtures. Yes, we do have quite an interesting weekend coming up. We have a big game. We've got a really big game coming up this weekend.
Man United versus Everton.
Oh, no. I was actually going to go and say that Tottenham are playing Arsenal, but since you don't regard it as a big game, I think we can talk about Man United versus Everton. Since I mean, I didn't want to say it out loud, but he said it. So
We can save the best for last. But for me, what I would want to see, at least from the United perspective, we did see, I think there was 3 wins.
3 wins from 2 draws, yeah.
And you did get a draw this last time, so let's see if they can pick up on the momentum they got from having the manager of the month and the player of the month. So it'll be interesting to see whether they can pick that up, and possibly if you're looking at picking up that form into December, that bodes all for your European aspirations.
I think United do have a run of favourable fixtures coming up. Apart from that Crystal Palace away game, I don't think that's not a pretty game, man. But it does have we do have a run of favourable fixtures coming up, and I think if we can put up a run, that should be good. I think up all the way up until mid-December, we do have some good games coming up, so you should, because we've basically done with the top 6 sides. We're done with them, so like you have now space to kind of get a run going. If you can do it, play well. I think United. I think they will win against Everton. Yeah.
I always say this. Like United, like when it comes to play big 6 clubs, even if you have a bad run of form, like you guys start playing well all of a sudden. But when you are playing like, bottom half of the table teams, those ones that this one you mentioned should win. Should win. This one, even me, I'm putting these guys on my fantasy. And then all of a sudden you're like, surely we were good. And then also, what are you guys gonna do in January? It's because there's Africa.
Yeah.
Mbemo is going to be gone.
But his goalkeeper is Onana. He ain't gonna be gone long.
Wow.
Onana.
Wow. Hey, that's a bold take.
Bold.
Very bold.
Bold take.
Bold.
On Onana.
Ronaldo was just not good with you.
He ain't good anyway.
No, he's moved on. He's happier.
Did he tell you that?
He's happy in another club.
You have his number.
He's found another club. He's found another.
He told Onana.
Onana.
He told
Onana.
score a free kick in AFCON. We know you're an outfield player.
Bro.
You'll make a mistake and then you'll make up for it by scoring a free kick.
You know, Onana, there's one time I need you to just be yourself. It's doing AFCON. Mbemo, we love you, man, but we need you back at AFCON, bro. These AFCON things you can do again the other year, not this year. Anyway, Ahmad also is gonna be gone. It's gonna be interesting. Even also know he's gonna be gone.
Oh.
Our old
Dalo.
Dalo. You guys are losing. Dalo, now the way he's on or not
losing. Dalo is going to be the inform wing back.
Oh, sorry.
Dalo's gonna be starting.
Diogo Dalot, I'm praying for you. Because I need you to be A1, bro. I don't know what the other that is, but you're anyway. All we can do is hope for the best. But that's too far in the future. We're looking at for now. We're looking at one game at a time.
One game at a time.
Everton versus Man United. I'm going for a 2-0 United win. And I'm going draw goal.
Both teams will score back. I'm going 2-1 United.
Okay, good. We're gonna move on to a big game. Tottenham versus Arsenal.
Arsenal versus Tottenham.
Whichever way.
The home team first. The team that currently holds the bragging rights in North London. Should I just say London and in general? But
You kind of know that Tottenham has a trophy to parade. I think you don't have anything to show for the last 5 years, man.
Oh, we do?
You have something? Why did you win that ABA Cup?
But it's not about it's bro. When you're applying for jobs and you have experience, you don't have to win awards.
Experience is experience.
Experience is experience. Experience is experience. And obviously, we can't show our Europa League trophy because we're not in that competition. So it's not fair it's not apples to apples.
No.
Yeah. We were in another competition while they were in another one, so it's not apples to apples.
And
this season we're both in the same competition. Let's see what happens.
But Arsenal has been to the Europa League before, no?
Bro, that's not why we're going into history. Are we talking about history?
I just wanted to find out. Did you guys win it when you were in it?
No, we didn't win it.
Okay. So it's not as easy as people may think, yeah?
Oh, no, not at all. Especially when you have teams like Atletico Madrid.
Sevilla, the one night, bro.
Sevilla and all those, you know.
Nice. Sevilla, oddly, we actually have won twice.
You've been to the Europa League twice.
This guy's been to the Conference League.
Bro, huh? It's not about the quality, about the quantity. Anything that comes away, man.
This guys, man. Like
it's okay though, fair play, but it's gonna be a really interesting game, especially with the unfortunate events that happened with the Brazil game, with Gabriel picking up an injury. So now we're looking at possibly. I mean, we do have the depth, at least from a defensive perspective. It's just a question of who actually plays next to Saliba, whether you go with Mascara or Nkapie. Which will just be different because they've not, that pair, centre-back pairing hasn't played together. I would have loved to see Gabriel Saliba. That would have instilled a little bit more confidence in me. But at home, we usually have the upper hand. But it's still a derby. Anything can happen. But as long as we get stuck in, so we sprinkle a bit of English football with our Spanish flair, some physicality, some technical abilities of Zubimendi, who just scored, and Mikel Merino. I think we're in for an interesting game. There'll be fireworks. There'll be fireworks, and there will be set pieces too.
And your prediction?
I'm going for 3-2 Arsenal win.
Yeah. That's about 3-2. Bold. Go. Me, I'm just gonna go Arsenal win. I was gonna say 3-0, but since Gabriel was injured, then I'll say 3-1.
What? Fair.
I went for a 2-1 Arsenal win. I'm gonna be interesting to see though. And I want to see how they cope without Gabriel. That's gonna be a very interesting tide to the tide a little bit. That can't wait to see it. But I think I think they'll keep their composure, hold their composure, and probably score 2 corners. But yeah, I think 2-1. Yeah, I think the only issue is they won't be able to defend the other side of a corner, which it taught them lose. They use set pieces as well, and I think Van de Ven might get a goal the other side as well. So I think that's why I had led 2-1. Game of set pieces, this is where the game is right now. You got to respect it. That being said, we move on to our last and definitely least game. Burnley versus Chelsea.
Oof. I think it's gonna be a good game. It's going to be, I don't know. It's just going to be one of those normal Premier League games that you see. I think Chelsea will win, but I still think we are lacking defensively, so we're going to concede. That is definitely. So I'm thinking probably 3-2, or if it's crazy enough that Chelsea will concede so much, maybe it can even get to 4-2. So it's either 3-2, but I know the Chelsea we're going to switch, where we're going to concede.
Are you going to lose the game?
No, win.
Oh,
Yeah, all those scores are Chelsea.
so
my
right, so 3-2. What then 4-2? If you consider that, but edit, that's okay. Sorry, because you said 2-2.
my prediction is Chelsea to win 3-1, or we will win 3-2 depending on how defensive, how our defense plays. And yeah, and if we play badly, that's when it can go to 4. Yes.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
If you play badly, you'll score more goals.
Yes. There's a reason why I'm saying that those goals are scored in order. So they can get to a point where Chelsea were 3-0 up. And then we get scored another one. And then we get another one. Then it's 3-2. And that's what I'm saying. Then, if it gets to that 3-2, Chelsea will find this magical. And then we get to 4-2. So that was the process of my logic.
Crocodile. Indeed.
At least one of those was, Alex's prediction, as he'll be coming back, and then the other two is.
What do you think of the game? What do you think? How do you think?
Oh, it's Chelsea should win. I'm going for 4-1.
4-1?
Yeah.
Are you away or are you home?
I think
It's possibly away, I believe.
Possibly a tough mode.
Yeah. Because he played home last time. He played home quite.
But actually, you know what? It depends on Maresca and his starting line.
Yeah.
Because he usually tries to change up
I'm gonna go.
depending on the international games.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 2-2 draw. 2-2 draw. And I think Garnacho might actually get on this. Appreciate this. Yeah.
For which side? Own goals or which?
Yeah, Garnacho was got all this call shit. But we're excited here for the Premier League to come back. Yeah. But before we close this episode, we definitely, as promised, we said we will talk about the MLS. And obviously, when it comes to MLS stuff, who better to give us a deep dive than?
Oh, let's go Whitecaps, let's go Whitecaps, let's go. It's actually the second biggest game of the game week this weekend. For us, Vancouver Whitecaps fans, we're hoping to break the attendance record once again for a playoff game at BC Place. It'll be interesting. Heung-min Son is coming to town. Hugo Lloris is coming to town. Hey, and Hugo.
Hey, why do you
Chairman coming to town. It'll be a very, very quick, close game. Not the best of series. This is winner take all, winner go home. So it's going to be very interesting. We're hoping that Muller can get another goal and move on to the Western Conference Finals. So it's gonna be really interesting. And from the Western Conference side, all of the top 4 seeded teams have gone through, which is interesting to see. On the Eastern front, the 5th seed defeated the 4th seed, so you have a 1, 2, 3, and 5, and it will be interesting to see what happens with Inter Miami. Unfortunately for Kimati, is the team he supports, the Seattle Sounders, were eliminated. So now he's shifted to, greener pastures, a little bit warmer climate down there in Miami. And he's now become an Inter Miami fan, jumping on the bandwagon.
Good signed.
Oh, you got
Transfers.
Oh, okay. You guys don't know football. Oh, the transfers. The transfers in MLS.
Yeah.
Check during the season. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Bro, Saka was transferred from Seattle to Inter Miami. Fan bases. Even fan bases, we still have a market. So they saw it for at the back. They're like, we can really, really, really use him on our team.
Interesting. Actually, in fact, funny tidbit, if you were from Seattle and you were moving, possibly I would think you were moving to Oklahoma. But that's another tidbit for the NBA teams, for since we're here in the western side of the world. But it's going to be interesting. So all teams are playing both the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, semifinals, and we'll be keeping tabs on that as well. And let's go.
Yeah,
let's go. It's good things happening.
Thank you, Kyra, for throwing it back to us here in the head office. That was all.
No sports.
Yes, thank you for throwing it back here at the head office. Yes, that was the MLS run, and Kyra there with a deep dive synopsis of what is going on in the playoffs right now. And it is about to get, a lot more intense, and we can't wait to support the Vancouver Whitecaps right here at BC Place in Vancouver. Let's go Whitecaps. Let's go. Guys, please, I hope you enjoy the show. We hope you've kept tabs. Please like, share, subscribe. Get the engagement going. Talk a little bit on the comments. Let's see. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts when our prophet tries to, do what prophets do, but does a terrible job at it, What are your thoughts on Arsenal set pieces? Tell us more. Tell us more. Your thoughts on Amorim and Man United, Chelsea, all of it. We want to know. Please, don't be shy to follow us on Instagram or TikTok as well. Our links are going to be below the video, in the bio as well. Please go ahead, follow, and subscribe. And with that, as always, we're chilling.
Valid.
This video is brought to you by Trisha Makeup Point. Glam by Tutti. And Vancouver YVR Bouquets. All owned by independent, strong women.
Love to see Jai.